Hello everyone, my name is Amara Forsyth and I am a sophomore at Hempfield Area High School. Today I'm going to be showing you kiddos how to make fingerprint animals. But before we begin, make sure you either check with your mom or your dad that you have their permission to get your fingers a little messy but have so much fun. Okie dokie, so first I'm going to be showing you how to make a finger paint fish. I'm taking orange paint, but you can choose any color your heart desires. And the other materials you will need are a paper plate and a napkin just so you can wipe your hands when you're done. And then obviously you'll also need a piece of paper. So I'm going to take my paint and I'm going to give it a good shake just so it's mixed well, and then I'm going to squirt just a pea-sized amount. You don't need much at all unless you're going to make a couple fish. Do whatever floats your boat. Then I'm going to just take my thumb, but you can choose any finger you would like. Make a pinky fish, make a couple different size fish. But I'm going to take my thumb and I'm just going to smush it in that paint. And I'm going to make sure my thumb is nice and evenly coated, as you can see. And then I'm going to take my piece of paper, and you can just ploop your finger right on there. Smush. And bada boom, bada bing, you got your body of your fish. Okay, so once your fingerprint is dry, if you want to speed up the process, you can use a hairdryer or you can blow on it, but I'm just taking a thin black marker. You can choose any color you want, but if it's thin, it works a little bit better. And as you can see, mine is nice and dry, so we can go ahead and add our details. For the top fin, I'm going to make half of an oval. For its tail, I'm going to make like the top part of a heart. And then I'm going to draw the bottom fin as another half oval. And then I'm going to give it a nice big smiley face because we are staying positive. And then I'm going to draw a little eyeball because we're making a cute little fish. And voila! Your fish fingerprint animal is all complete. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be making is a butterfly, and I'm going to use two colors for this, but again, you can use any colors you would like. I'm using pink and purple, and I just squeeze pea-sized amounts onto my paper plate. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take my thumb and pick my first color for making the top of the wings, and I'm going to make two thumbprints, kind of going outwards a little bit, and those will be the top of the wings. Then I'm going to take a smaller finger other than my thumb. I'm going to use my pointer finger, and I'm going to press that into my second color, and again, just go right below that and kind of go outwards. And then I'm going to let that dry, and we'll add details. Okay, so now that my butterfly has completely dried, I'm going to add details. So again, I'm taking my fine black marker, and I'm going to make like an elongated oval in the middle, just like the shape of a butterfly's body. And so that's what it's supposed to look like. And then I'm going to draw an antenna, so I'm just going to make two little lines outwards. And on top of those lines, I'm going to draw two little circles, very tiny, but just for the tops of the antenna. And then I'm going to draw a cute little smiley face because I want my butterfly to be nice and smiley. And then boom, there's your butterfly. The last and final fingerprint animal we're going to make is a giraffe. So I'm using yellow and brown, and we will use that Q-tip later, don't worry. But I'm going to press my thumb into the yellow, and I'm going to make the body first. And we're going to leave a little bit of space for the neck eventually. So then I'm going to make a head, but don't forget, it's not too much of a space, but just leave a little bit of space. And then we're just going to let that dry and come back to it. So yeah, once the body and the head of the giraffe have dried, I'm going to take the Q-tip from earlier, and I'm just going to give that a good swirl around in the brown color now. We're going to be making the spots of the giraffe. And you can put them anywhere on the body you would like. They don't have to be perfect. As you can see, I'm going to mess up. I make a little gloop, but mistakes happen. It's just life. So you're just going to improvise, but I'm sure in the end it's going to be so super cute. I believe in you. And you want to put like either one or two in the space between the body and the head for the neck. But yeah, it's pretty much whatever you want. It's just going to be nice and simple and cute. We're just making the spots of the giraffe. And then once you complete your as many spots as you would like, we're just going to let that dry again. So yeah. Okay, now that the spots have dried, you know what time it is. Detail time. I'm going to first make the legs, so it's just going to be little lines. We're going to make 4 of them because giraffes have 4 legs. And next I'm going to do the tail. I'm just going to make a little line, and then at the end of it I'm going to make a little teardrop shape for the end of the tail. And then I'm going to make its little knob and antler thingies. So I'm just going to make 2 parallel lines, and then I'm going to make another set of them right next to that set. And then I'm going to connect both the ends of those with like a little circle. And then after we finish that, I'm going to make a cute little smile, a little nostril. And finally, I'm going to make an eye, so I'm going to draw a circle, and then I'm going to draw a line through that circle and fill that in, so then it has a nice little shaded pupil. And there's my giraffe. Here are the fingerprint animals all complete. I gave them cute little names. This is Finn the fish, Lola the butterfly, and Gary the giraffe, but I hope you had so much fun. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great week.